Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday Tirade Entertainment Talk. I'm here with Tom Connors from Midnight's Edge After Dark, Midnight's Edge Espanol, Midnight's Edge Archive, and Midnight's Edge Radio. Or Midnight's Edge After Dark Radio, excuse me. Tom, I know you're dealing with some stuff there, so we will hopefully get the stream off to a good start while you get that collected. I just want to say hi to everybody in the chat. How are you doing?
Hi to everybody in the chat.
There you go. Well, we have several folks that have joined us early, and I appreciate that very much. We have a Louvrian Imakara who is parting with her Heart of the Jedi book. That's not a bad plan, especially if you have the May 4th print date. We also have, of course, Barack Dermis joining us. Thought he was late. We have the Great Solar Warden here. The truth is definitely out there. A $3 super chat from Stone Cold Jeremy. Thank you for that, for the super sticker, my friend. That is, of course, the Shiba Inu saying, "How's it going?" I love the Shiba Inu dog. We've got Noble Arrow here. What's the go? Well, yeah, I know you wanted me to start about an hour ago, but as it is, we started just on time, and there's no time like now. So Keely Chow is here. We've got the lovely Tina Bojan here saying, "Good afternoon, friends." Good afternoon to you. Mr. Dragon is here. Tim Tringle is here. What's up, Tim? And Godzillionaire. What's up? Yay, notification actually worked for a change. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I start the 6-minute daily 2 minutes early and kind of have like a wait-in process so people can get to the stream as easily and effectively as possible. Hey, there is the awesome Steve Kenobi. I'm sure you guys, if you need some laughs in the middle of the day, can check out his top 5 videos. They're worth it. They're very funny. And for every 50 subscribers he gets, he makes a new one. Biggles Metz is here. What's up, Biggles? I hope your channel is doing well, bud. We've got Dave Myers in the chat. Says, "Hey, Culture and Tom. Hey to you." Brightest Day says, "Hail," and Tater Squad. What's up, Tater Squad? What about new Midnight's Edge and Midnight's Edge Classic? I don't know. Maybe those will be channels someday. But man, the empire is growing over there, Tom, in the Midnighters crew. It's amazing. Love it.
Doing the best I can.
You're doing a good job. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow says, "Thanks again for the member stream. Culture, great learn." Yeah, absolutely, man. It's a lot of fun. I love hanging out with everybody, and we get to know each other in those member streams. They're just a chill and chat. I've got another one coming up here, maybe later this week, that will be a member stream that'll probably eventually go to the channel. It's just going to be on video editing, just the way I go about doing it. So we'll go from there. If I don't get to that this week, I'll get to it next. And then, of course, we have the 2K celebration on Saturday, starting at 3 p.m. It'll probably go till 6 p.m. So I'm very excited to do that, guys. And thank you all for getting me over 2,000 subscribers. We're growing. Oh, you have people in town? Okay, well. Hopefully you can get stuff going, my man. Canadian Spider-Man is here. What's going on? Magnus Zerum is here. When do we get Midnight's Edge Mars? Well, Elon's got to get people there first, I think. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, we got to see how the net is first up there.
Oh, all right. Okay. Steve Kenobi is closing his channel. Wow, did not know this. That's a shame, Steve. I understand, but it was well worth every view. So hopefully, guys can check that out and take a look at it. I know he's said he's leaving YouTube behind for the most part. So good on him. Thank you for the congratulations. Thank
For
you
the
all very
10th
much.
time.
Yeah. Samurai Vader says, Tom, give me your hat.
I don't have a hat.
I didn't think so.
At least
All
not
right.
on my head right now.
Yeah, you've got some cool hats. I'm going to say this: I've had a remarkable time in the last few days. I've been very busy. It's all thanks to everyone here, with pretty much daily streams now on multiple channels. I have to say, it's okay not having a day off. Although I would encourage one every once in a while, especially for the man to my left. He is not getting enough sleep, I think.
I slept all right.
All right, sir. Well, it's good to see you. What's going on with you, my friend? I just said hi to everybody.
Not much. I
Not
just
much.
got up here a little bit ago.
Hmm?
I got to do my taxes.
Ooh, yucky. Yeah, I got to get those sent in. Yeah. Yeah, I have to do that times many because of, businesses. So you have personal taxes, of course, and then all the LLCs. So, bleh. But anyway, did you have something going on? I know you guys are doing Midnight's Edge in the morning tomorrow. You've got anything special in the hopper?
Michael from Retro Blasting is going to be there, but I got to get my stupid
Ooh.
second shot tomorrow.
Oh, yucky. You may not feel great after that, my friend. I'm sorry
That's what I'm
about that.
told.
Yeah, yeah, but hey, it especially for people at risk, it's very important to take care of those things. Absolutely, absolutely. It's going to be 3 p.m. PST to 6 p.m. PST on Saturday. So, oh, and by the way, for those of you who are here, which there's 17 of you so far, thanks for being here early. I'm giving away 4 copies of Heart of the Jedi because I bought 5. So
You did?
Yeah, I bought 5 copies of the book. Yep.
Sell them on eBay, man.
No, give them away. Give them away. Everybody should have a shot at this book. You know what I mean? At least I think so.
Why? It's not like it's official or anything.
Nah, it's not official, but people like it. People want it. It's your opportunity to get it physically, despite the fact that I think the only other way to get it right now is on the PDF that's been circulating. So, anyway, what's up, Yitze? Yitze. You know what, Tom? Let's do this. Let's talk about summer movies in the summer box office and what we think is going to happen and if any of these are actually going to live up to what they were supposed to, which is to be blockbusters. Does that sound like fun?
Sure.
All right, here we go. Ba-bam. So apparently Yahoo Entertainment thinks the movies are back. Now, a lot of the theater companies have decided to start employing more people. I mean, they're talking about hiring tens of thousands of people, which is a good thing because many of the theaters have been closed for so long, their employees went on to do other things. I think they're going to be hard pressed to find employees. So we'll see. We'll see. But obviously, this is a response to the fact that they think people are going to go back to the theaters. And because of Godzilla versus Kong, which is, I think, almost at 100 million now, Tom, or did it hit 100 million domestically?
Oh, yeah, I think it did.
Yeah, because it was at 95 something the other day. So, and I predicted when I did the video yesterday that it would be, near 100 million, if not 100 million yesterday. So, but we'll see. I really hope that's the case because it shows that the film, performed as it was supposed to. And the global box office has been pretty significant for that film. Not to mention, obviously, the subscriber gain that HBO Max had from that and some other. I think their strategy is working. I think I was a little bit hesitant to think that was a good plan, but their strategy of day and date releases seems to be working for them. I don't think it's working for Disney.
To a point, they're going back next year, obviously, to the regular format. But yeah, I mean, Mortal Kombat did all right for him so far.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer's performing above expectations.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say theaters are back in full swing, but if they just allowed to be open, I bet you they'd be doing all right.
And that's for the majority of the country, or for much of the country, I should say it that way. Theaters are open, and the capacities are being opened up as well. You have states that have said, you know what, we can be 100% open. Do it. So you've got theater chains that are putting in some of their own rules that might make some people uncomfortable, but I don't know. I said yesterday in the video I put together that we should expect earnings for the theaters this year of about 60% of what 2019 was. Do you think that was a pretty good guess?
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I think I'm right in there. I think that might work. Well, let's go through these real quick and decide which ones we think will be blockbusters. Obviously their favorite pick here is going to be the guy on the front, which is F9, but we'll get to that in a couple of minutes. We have, obviously some of the films that are going to be available listed here. But the first one, number 25, the one that they put on here that releases July 23rd, will be Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe Origins. You think that this is going to perform as expected? Do you think this will be a blockbuster? I don't. I think it'll do okay, but I'm not sold that this is going to be a giant box office winner.
Nah, G.I. Joe has always been a hard sell to the general audience, and not only that, outside of the U.S., it's
not a thing.
Give or take. Well, it depends on the regions, and it was under different names there, but it wasn't nearly as popular as it is here. Yeah.
Yeah, and I loved the cartoon as a kid, and would watch that fairly often. And I have memories of family members watching it with me, but Aluvrian agrees with you. Nobody's going to care about Snake Eyes. Plus, they changed the character. So, yeah. Thank you very much, Mags, for the super sticker. I appreciate that. I love the heart. It's really cute. All right, we've got the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Now, have you seen the Hitman's Bodyguard?
A long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, pretty decent film. This one has Selma Hayek in here as the hitman's wife.
Yeah,
So,
I vaguely remember the trailer.
Yeah, I think it's going to be kind of fun, to be honest with you. And I know that's weird for me to be positive about something, but I think it's going to be kind of fun, and we're going to see that early in June on the 18th. I don't think this is going to drive the box office, though. I think this will be one of those that perform as expected. With the lowered expectations of the year. So,
yeah.
We also have the Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, which is opening June 4th. This thing is probably not.
I've tried that excuse. It don't work in court.
What? The
Devil made me do it.
Oh, you did? All right. Well,
I've tried that excuse. It don't work in court.
Yeah. All I know is that the Conjuring thing is. I think it's had its day.
Yeah, it's horror. Horror franchises are kind of evergreen,
right? But I'm not sure that this one's. Again, I don't know what the budget is, but I mean, this is not going to drive people to the box office.
But these Conjuring movies haven't had to. They're cheap.
Yeah,
they're well known enough. They got a built-in audience.
Well, and this one's being directed by James Wan,
which he's been a big part of the franchise. So,
yeah,
I'm gonna kick your cat. I'm gonna kick your ass, cat.
Uh-oh. Don't kick my cat.
No, I'm looking for my fucking pills for like the last 10, 15 minutes, and I can't fucking find them.
Because the cat
probably knocked him off the goddamn table. Yes, and I have no idea which direction.
You gotta love cats, my friend. Gotta love them.
Anyhow, sorry.
Well, that's okay.
That's why I'm half distracted here. I'm kind of pissing right now.
Don't worry about it. I tell you what, if you want to take a minute to do that, I'll go through these chats because there's people who really did like it.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Yeah. So Brightest Day says Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard has good potential for success, and I agree with you. I don't think it's going to be a blockbuster by any stretch, but I think it's going to do very well because the first film was very good. What's up, Keck? Hey, Miriam. Yep, it was a very good film. I liked it. Again, it wasn't a huge film, but again, circumstances kind of conspired against it. And I think that you're going to find a lot of these films, a lot of the more successful ones, they're going to pretty much destroy anything else that's in the box office at the same time. And there really only are two, maybe three this year. Yeah, I'm with you, Brightest. I don't know about the Conjuring ones. Yeah, a lot of people watch horror movies, including me. It's just not. It doesn't drive audiences. I mean, and again, like Tom said, they're not very expensive to make, but they're never like epic blockbusters. I mean, it's been a long time since we had one that really drove an audience. Oh,
I don't know. You might want to check on that Conjuring franchise before you say shit like that. Just saying.
sure. What did you say now?
The Conjuring franchise is a lot bigger than you're giving it credit for. You might want to check it out.
Well, no, it's true. I think I've seen one or two of these, Tom.
But it's like one of the highest grossing horror franchises of all time.
Really? I'll take your word for it. I don't know. Like I said, I mean, I've never felt like what's the biggest horror franchise?
Honestly, it's probably The Conjuring.
Wow. More so than any of the classics, Halloween, Friday the 13th.
Yeah, because the newest Halloween movie made more money than all the franchise put together. But the Conjuring movies knock out $200-300 million easy each film.
Okay. Well, I'll look into the box office.
I was going to say, check that out. I think you're underselling because you got to remember they got Annabelle, they got The Nun,
right?
They've got the main franchise, they've got all the
You're right. Okay, yeah. I mean, you're right because again, they do have a lot of spinoffs. I guess it makes sense. So, I don't know, for whatever reason, these never hit with me as being huge. But
but the Annabelle movies alone made
they did really well,
quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, they leaned into those pretty well too. And this is a good question. Why wouldn't they have saved it for October release?
The Conjurings, well, October has never actually been historically a great month for horror. Plus, if you release a movie earlier in the year, you can get it on video in time for October.
That's true. Karen Prime says, based on the true case files imagination of Ed and Lorraine Warren. Good to see you, Karen Prime.
You basically get one good weekend out of a horror movie in October.
Oh yeah, exactly. I like good horror films. I really miss them. Yeah, YouTube channels are the same way. They're really cheap, so they can make money.
All right, I can't find my pills, but I'm back here. I'm gonna kick Kitty's ass when we're done.
And please don't. I like it. I know you really won't, but
he's an asshole.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's his job.
Like all my shit's here except for the one thing.
Isn't Tyler Perry's Medea series the biggest horror franchise?
Well, that could be. If you count the Halloween movies. Isn't that what it's called? Medea's Halloween?
Yeah. And again, I didn't say there's anything wrong with them. And again, the Annabelle stuff is freaking cool. I mean, again, and as much as I love horror, maybe I should be more well-informed about this particular.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was even kind of impressed by how big the franchise was. I really didn't even pay that much attention to it at first.
So where do you put this? 180 million? 150 million?
It's going to do better on the streaming side of things. Horror films always do.
Yeah, what do you think the budget was? I haven't looked up any of these budgets, so.
Oh, the budget's probably pretty low.
30? 40?
Yeah, somewhere in there. Yeah, it'll probably do 100.
This is the movie I forgot about when I did my video yesterday. Jungle Cruise. It has The Rock and Emily Blunt in it. It's based on the attraction that they just recently changed. I've seen pieces and parts of it well before there was even a trailer for it. It looked like it was going to be pretty funny, but it looked like their version of Jumanji, sort of, but not really. I mean, because obviously he's the riverboat captain,
Yeah.
and she's in search of things. So,
Dwayne's
I don't know.
Johnson.
Say again?
Dwayne's Johnson.
Man, well, I don't know, but some of the stuff that I'd seen looked pretty cool. I thought this could probably do fairly well. I'm not sure. Do you think this is going to be a blockbuster category? Hard to say.
The Rock doesn't do well on his own.
Well, he's got Emily Blunt there.
I mean, yeah, but is she really one of those that's... I don't know.
Well, you see, they may actually find the tree of life in that film, but I guess we will see. I wonder what the. Let me close this. Why can I not close things today? There we go. Oh, there we go. See, thank you, Tina. You don't think Alien's horror? Event Horizon's horror.
I don't know if I'd consider Alien horror. I consider that more sci-fi.
Yeah, I saw this trailer, Andre, and I think that the performance of Woody Harrelson will help.
Yeah, I don't know if the second one will do nearly as good as the first one, but we'll see.
Yeah. What's up, Snowdub? Yeah, Jungle Cruise will probably do as well as any other DJ. Yeah, that's probably the right way to look at it, which is kind of, what Tom said. I mean, he doesn't seem to drive a lot of box office in a solo project. I mean, Doom was okay, but I don't think that drove a lot of
Let's
people.
put it this way: Dwayne Johnson's highest grossing movie is still The Mummy 2.
Is it really? But that was still
last I checked.
That was still an ensemble.
Still, I know,
yeah.
But
well,
outside of that, I think it was San Andreas or something like that, which is like the only one of the movies on the list where he's the actual star and it's not an ensemble cast. Yeah.
Yeah, and
or actually, I think the Fast and the Furious one was number one. Now that you say that.
Oh, Fast and the Furious is as far as an ensemble film.
Well, no, it's just his highest grossing films.
Oh yeah, from Fast 5 on, the ones that he was in.
You're gonna get nailed with a trailer here, by the way.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh crap.
Oh,
I cut it out.
Legacy.
I tried to clip these videos. I don't know what's going on, but okay, let's just talk about this while I stopped it. Is it Tomorrow War? Have you heard of this? I don't know that this is going to theaters, is it? Isn't it on Amazon?
First I heard of it. I have no idea.
All right. Well, of course, there's Space Jam, which I think is going to underperform like nobody's business now.
This is going to be the movie to hate this year, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. The debate over who is truly the NBA's GOAT has spilled over into Looney Tunes.
No, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's debating it.
Bios. I'm not even sure this is out in theaters. It comes out August 13th. It's Tom Hanks' a project.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's just, it's talking about Tom Hanks. I was like, what? I've never heard of this film either. Have you heard of this film?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So who cares? Spiral.
That's the Saw movie they're finally releasing.
Yeah. These were pretty good films.
I think this movie was filmed like back in 2019. Maybe not that long ago, but I remember them announcing it like so long ago.
A long time
ago. And they
ago?
did a trailer like almost 2 years ago. It was like, yeah, because it was supposed to, if I remember right, come out like right at when the pandemic hit, and then they moved it.
Hey, Katie Bear, thanks for dropping in. And yeah, I listen to old Mead radio streams when I can find them. So, Alien is definitely horror. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ready Player 2, Space Jam. Yes, Robert Hammer. Tomorrow War looks meh. Yeah, And that's kind of, I think, the perception of it so far. Space Jam will be the bomb. I think so. I don't think it's going to do anything. Has there been any buzz?
No, nobody gives a shit.
LeBron will win Best Actor?
No.
Yeah, we need Az to have some Space Jam 2 action figures for his FNT lessons. I agree with that. Yahoo is pushing Margaret Cho. Yeah. We'll have to see how this turns out, Robert Hammer. Chris Rock is doing media interviews for Spiral? Really? I know Sam Jackson's in it.
No, Chris Rock's in it.
So is Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, is he? I know he was in it. Yeah. Did not know that.
Oh, hey, check it out. Eric J.R. Maldonado Herrera says, can't wait for Saw 9 because who has been working with Jigsaw YM's reviews. I'd like to see this film. I probably will. I'm not sure. Wait a minute. It comes out in 3 days. It's on the 14th of May. I'm not sure it's going to do great in the box office, but we'll see. Again, these types of films don't have huge budgets. I think the most expensive thing in that film is going to be Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson.
That's why he's one of the producers.
Yeah. Army of the Dead. This one is out in the world on the 21st. People are already raving about it. Have you seen anything?
No. When it comes to zombie movies, I'm not a big fan outside of Romero.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sparks Brothers? Don't even know what this is. A rock documentary? Don't know. Cruella, this thing's going to flop hard. What do you think?
I don't know if it's going to flop hard, but I don't see it doing nearly as well as they're hoping.
No, I don't. I think it's going to severely underperform. But this could be their first flop this year. I mean, their first visible flop this year.
Traditionally, the Cruella / 101 Dalmatians franchise has done all right for them.
Right.
So I don't know if I'd be quick to go, oh, it's going to flop per se. But I'm curious what audience it's going for. It might catch that niche audience of the tween girl, the angsty tween girl. But are they a big enough audience to carry a film, I guess, is the question.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Stieg? I hope Ghostbusters or Top Gun ends up being okay, too. I think I want them both to be good, to be honest with you, but we'll see. What's up, Dexy Doodle? Samuel L. Jackson is 72. Does he look 72? He doesn't act 72.
You're lying.
Yeah, that Brightest Day says so. Zombie movies have become boring unless directors have a great trick up their sleeves. That's true.
Yeah, and the Romero movies aren't entertaining because of the zombies. They're entertaining because of the people.
Yeah. But look, I don't predict good things for this film. I think it's going to do very poorly. I don't think it's going to find an audience. I think you're going to have a bunch of confused people trying to figure out if they want to see this or not. And, right now the Disney name isn't carrying as much weight for a myriad of reasons. And I agree with Aluvrian and Makara. It's kind of the, glorification of psychopathy. But I could be wrong. Maybe this is what happened to Space Jam 2.
He could be right, but I mean, I don't think there was really all that much excitement for it to begin with.
Everything coming out of there.
Well, Robert Hammer, I wouldn't. She is kind of one of Disney's best villains.
She's one of the oldest villains.
I mean, really, I mean, how much more vile can you be than you're going to kill puppies to make a fucking coat? Kill a princess, whatever. You can get another one.
I don't know. Is this? I think this is part of their problem. But again, this is the problem with the checkbox writing that they do. Yeah. And the Bechtel test and all the other craptasticness that they're baking into everything that they make, which means it doesn't sell. The commercial viability isn't there. But hey, whatever. Abandoned story in favor of garbage. KK is working on it with working with Jigsaw. I do. I want to see this film. Are you looking forward to Top Gun?
No.
The end of the year? No?
Not really. I've never been full disclosure, I've never been that big of a fan of Top Gun to begin with.
And I've kind of felt that way, like the Stranger Things vibe with the Ghostbusters thing, but I think it's going to steer in the right direction. I've heard a lot of good things. You seen that script, Tom?
No.
What makes zombie movies and good shows are the people and how they are when there is a zombie apocalypse. Yeah, it's the storytelling around the story. Did you like the first Zombieland film?
It was all right.
The Sound of Soul. I don't know what this is. It looks like it's a Hulu thing.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
It looks like a found footage documentary about the Harlem Cultural Festival.
Okay.
So, Free Guy, August 13th. Okay, here we're getting into some of the ones that might do okay. Have you seen any of this? Did you see the trailer?
I saw the trailer.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds has got a box office draw. So 140 million.
It's a little high for a comedy, but yeah, maybe.
Okay. Zola, no idea what this is. Any idea what this is?
Sounds like it's about Taylor Page, an eponymous Detroit waitress who goes on a twisted odyssey to Florida with Riley Coe's train wreck of sex worker, whatever. Stupid sounding.
Okay.
It's based on a Twitter thread, so it can't be that great.
Right. Old M. Night Shyamalan. So it's an adaptation of Sandcastle?
Okay.
Again, when I don't hear about any of these things, that's not a good sign. The Beatles Get Back. Okay, that's cool. August 27th. But it's a doc, so.
Well, this is actually important because it's the first time officially Let It Be will kind of be available ever in any kind of form outside of when it was originally released. It's a remixed, I guess it says here, version by Peter Jackson. So I don't know exactly what's being done to it, but yeah, notoriously, this is one of the movies the Beatles never wanted anybody to see again.
Wow, really?
Bits and pieces of it have been seen over the years, but getting a legit legal copy is not exactly, well, you really can't. I think it was only been released on home video once, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you can see the band destroyer there next to John.
Well, that's kind of the problem with the documentary. It's basically the breakdown of the Beatles in real time.
Wow. Well, there you go.
Yeah. Luca Brasi sleeps with the fishes.
Yeah, except it's not that kind of Luca. This is the film I knew that was going to be a problem.
What the fuck happened to Pixar?
This,
Oh, that's right. They got rid of John Lasseter.
yeah. Yeah, the chat's like based on a tweet thread.
Yeah. That's where we live in now, folks.
Yeah.
And Pixar, the former glory that was.
Well, here's the thing, and again, I mean, Laster's now gone on to another endeavor that he's going to make very successful.
No, I know, but name one good Pixar movie in the last 5 years.
Aside from Toy Story 4.
Oh, that's a winner.
I'm sorry, it did pretty well numbers.
I know, but it's a piece of shit movie.
It is.
Ain't nobody liked it.
Yeah.
I ain't met one person who was like, "Oh, I love Toy Story 4." No, everybody I've talked to who's ever seen is like, "Yeah, they didn't need to make that movie."
After 3,
and it goes against everything that happened in 3, and it's just no. Again, I digress. Name one movie that they've made in the last 5 years that's any good.
Yeah, I don't think I can. I don't think anybody could. That's a rush.
Pixar has sucked ass for years.
Wait a minute. Was Pixar involved in Soul, or was that Disney Animation?
That might have been Pixar.
Because that's pretty good.
I have zero desire to see that. I've watched the trailer a couple times, and I'm really like, I look at it, and I'm like, yeah, it just feels like a generic fucking like Pixar movie. Like, it's not Pixar, like somebody trying to make Pixar. I don't know. Maybe I'm short selling it, but Stieg, you're full of shit.
What did
What world? Toy Story 4 is better than Beverly Hills Cop.
I think he's kidding.
Please.
I'm sure he's kidding. Gavin Daniel Calverman chases. Have you heard about the Cassian Andor set photos coming out?
Yeah, somebody's been sending me some of them, and I appreciate it, but I have zero fucks to give about Casio keyboard, and I don't think anybody else really cares either.
And that's going to be a series. It's not going to drive Disney Plus. Based on reports, their churn is insane right now.
Well, they got to come up with a hell of a gimmick to sell that show. Well, like, there's got to be something in that show they're not telling us about that's really going to sell it. You know what I mean? Otherwise, there's nothing to watch in this show. Unless Darth Vader's the secret guest star in like almost every other episode or some shit, in which case it's really going to be pandering. I don't care. I don't see anybody who cares about Casio keyboard.
It's not going to do well. It just isn't. Yeah. We'll have to see. Koala.
Yeah, like Soul Assassin. I completely forgot about Casio keyboard show. Most people have.
Frank DeLuca, my buddy's 9-year-old, went on a rant calling literally BS on Twitter.
I would love to have seen that.
That's awesome. I wish somebody should have that on video. Because kids, they don't tolerate crap.
Zero fucks to give.
Yeah, it's so great. Yeah,
we're almost fucking pussyfoot around if a movie's stupid. If a kid says a movie's stupid, then you better
believe it.
You better believe it. Yeah,
you better believe it. Thanks, Matt G, for promoting all these projects, my man. I appreciate it. Cecil is love. Cecil is life. So, Subnautica, the game, would become a movie. Sometimes game adaptations work out pretty well, and in the horror genre, I think it would be there could be some of those be well suited for that kind of adaptation. So, I can't imagine the Cassian Andor series actually coming out. There's zero interest. There's no interest in it. Tom, the buzz around it has been bad, and the story ideas were not great. This is another one where you kind of know the end. I don't know.
Well, it don't even sound like it's going to match up with Rogue One.
No? What's the...
Okay. Well, Alan Tudyk's not even in it.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, he might meet him in next season if we can, well, okay, so where... Okay.
Say again?
Yeah, we don't even meet the robot till next season, so this is obviously early on in his career as a rebellion person. A rebel.
All right.
He's such a rebel.
I'm just not interested in it.
Nobody cares about Juan Solo. Sorry.
No, and it's a and that's nothing against the actor. The actor's incredible. Crap. I really wish they just make good stuff.
Spoilers, he dies.
Yeah, what? Really? Fuck. Kip Ellis was promoting the new release out on MBE Records. You can actually get a preview of it over there on Mad Barber Entertainment on that channel. The Dirty Pigeon for a £2 super chat. Thank you for that promotion, Kip. I think that was very well put together, honoring that band. And of course, the song, The Dirty Pigeon. You know what, Godzillionaire? I really hope that's not true. And Stieg, I would say that back a couple of years ago that might be true. Now people are going to see that for what it is. So hopefully people pull their heads out of their rectal cavities. Frank DeLuca should have seen the time she called her dad fat. Oh my. A Dead Space movie would be cool.
Didn't they already do one of those?
Kinda. Rogue One. Let's put a flaw in the Death Star. That only one of the extinct Jedi Knights can exploit. Solid writing. Yeah. Good point. You guys are funny. All right, let's go on. Respect. That's the Aretha Franklin thing. Thoughts? Biopic?
Depends. I like biopics as long as they're well casted and they aren't overly what's the word I'm looking for? Saccharine, maybe, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. No, saccharine's a good word. Yeah.
There's some pretty good biopics out there. And Aretha, she deserves one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They just don't do great in theaters.
Is it going to make me think?
Probably.
Will I respect her?
I hope so.
And does it show her as a natural woman?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Coda. Have you heard of this one?
For some reason it rings a bell.
It's going to Apple TV Plus.
Don't care.
Okay. Marlee Maitland is in it.
Marlee Maitland's in it. I've seen that.
Wow. All right. I thought that would sell you on it.
Not really.
She used to be awesome, and used to like that. She was on Sesame Street a few times.
She's all right. I mean,
yeah. A Quiet Place 2. Now, this film will make some money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's not going to be a blockbuster, but I think it'll do well. I think, and again, it's not going to have costed a ton of money. And I think Krasinski, because he's directing it, I mean, he's taking a piece of it. So, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. I haven't seen the original, but the original did well enough, and it's cheap. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no huge special effects or nothing, I don't think.
No. And the first one was all right. And that's opening the end of this month, so we're coming up on it. And then, of course, F9. Now, this film is going to be a blockbuster. It's got built-in fan base. That's 9.
Is this the last one yet?
I think there's either one or two more.
Jesus Christ.
I know. Yeah, but Justin Lin is back for this one. So it'll have a lot of flavor from the films that he directed in this franchise already. And there's some really cool action scenes that you've already seen in the film, obviously stunts. This is a turn your brain off film. I mean,
it's pretty bad when you've only got 2 words in your title and by the 9th film, your ass can't even be bothered to say the second word.
Well, yeah, I guess that's. But I do know
And then by the time you get to 9, they're like, "Fuck that's first word. We're just going to call it F9."
that's right. Hey, man, if it's working, it's working. I mean,
And Fast and Furious
Universal,
10 better be in fucking space, Godzilla.
well, that would be awesome. But here's the thing. I mean, Universal's been riding this pony for a long time, and the guy that produced the TV series Las Vegas, if you remember way back with James Caan and Josh Duhamel and all those folks, yeah, he's the guy that is the guy that created this franchise essentially. So, I don't know, but we'll have to see.
All I know is my kid doesn't really care anymore so much. I mean, he does.
Really,
But
John Cena's in this one.
he's like, well, here's the thing. My kid is like, he only got into it because of the cars. And he's like, the movies are not even what it used to be anymore. I mean, he's one of those, it's like a lot of people like, it's fucking car foo. It's superhero movies with cars now.
Yeah. Yeah, but it works. Again, you turn your brain off at the door and this thing
to a point. To a point.
But do you agree this thing is the 400 million plus numbers?
Oh, it'll do fine. I don't care. I haven't even watched the whole first one. Yeah. I got about 40 minutes into it and I'm like, yeah, this ain't for me.
Cool.
I'm just not a Vin Diesel fan. I could care less about fancy cars. I got one ass and I just need to go someplace. So as long as my car gets me to one place to the other, I really don't give a shit what it looks like on the outside.
I got one ass.
Exactly. I don't need some fancy car to get me no place. It's like, it's more important of being where I'm at when I get there. And if it fucking works on the way, that's my problem. I'm really not a car guy, if you can't tell.
No, it's cool.
I understand people who are into them, but my kid, that's what's funny is we're like polar opposites. Like, he's totally into cars and like everything cars. And that's the only reason he ever got into those movies. Otherwise, he's never even really watched movies until recent years. He's never really been a film fan outside of a few various things. Like, yeah.
Well, if it brought him to the medium, that's even better.
To a point, yeah. To a point. But like I said, he's even gotten to the point where he's kind of droned out of it. He's just like, it's not even what I signed up for anymore, basically, in so many words.
I understand. But again, I think this film's going to do great at the box office. I think this will be one of the only legitimate blockbusters this summer. And I think it has a 2-week head start on the other one that might have a chance, which is Black Widow. So, and Steve, you're not wrong. A 50-hour video game compressed into a 2-hour movie has to be done very carefully, or you break it up into bits. Nobody's interested in this, by the way. I do not want a 6-scale Kylo Ren figure, but there are some Reylos that do. So,
yeah, they'll stick it in their hoo-ha.
Yeah, and I think it'll be successful too, Brightest Day. I think we definitely said. Fast and the Furious 10. Yeah, that's the one Tom was referring to. Yeah, full 9. A lot of people feel this way. Eric J.R. Maldonado Herrera says, can't wait for F9. A lot of people.
Good for that. Nothing against anybody who likes them, just not my bag.
Vertical Horizons, Tokyo Drift was the last best Fast and Furious movie. I actually thought that was an interesting take on the concept because, it took back to Asia in a really different story. With
what's funny is right after that movie, this franchise almost went straight to video.
Yep. Yeah,
and actually, I think that wasn't that Biker Boys movie like supposed to be like some kind of spin-off of this shit or some shit like that. If I remember right, I'm trying to remember.
I can't recall.
I don't either, but I do remember after Tokyo Drift, there was strong talks about the 4th film going straight to video.
Yeah, I'm old enough now that my brain can accept only limited amounts of new information and store it. So old information gets slowly pushed out. So
Dexy Doodle says, poor Tom sounds so dejected. It is a part of this shit just beats you down after a while. And especially just nowadays when there's like nothing to look forward to. I mean, I enjoyed Godzilla versus Kong and I thought Mortal Kombat was all right, but Yeah.
I watched the second half of that. I said, I was gonna, and I did. And my takeaway from the film was it was fine. It had some problems, but it was fine. I still think that the poster at the end is bait, but whatever.
Well, I mean, what else would you call it? It's setting up. I get where some people were upset, like the Mortal Kombat was setting up a lot of stuff to come, but I'm like, we've reached this point where certain franchises like that are basically like a TV show.
Yeah.
You almost got to expect it in certain ways. And is it fair of the audience? Not really.
No.
But at the same time, it makes it for a more cohesive series when we get down to it. And I totally understand a lot of people's gripes with Mortal Kombat, and I've got a lot of the same gripes in certain areas. And I just feel like some people are being overly harsh on it. And there's some other people who just have overly rose-tinted glasses when it comes to the original film. I really do. In their mind, they have this movie that doesn't exist, I think. And then that's the problem you have with video game movies in general. Everybody goes to the table with a completely different idea of what they think that the video game should focus, or the movie should focus on. You know what I mean? So I don't think you're ever going to get this win-win scenario with any kind of video games and films. The only exception is usually like horror, just because like Resident Evil and stuff like that, because there's just such a broad, it's such a much more broad kind of thing. Yep. As opposed to like if you turn around and you do a Solid Snake movie, people go into that with a certain expectation. Kind of the same thing with Mortal Kombat or Mario Brothers. Sonic is another example. Mm-hmm. I mean, there could have been 100 other ways that Sonic could have went, but I think it just happened to be charming enough.
Yeah,
and it had that kind of appeal to it, like because afterwards I'm like, yeah, this is the kind of movie I figured we would have got in the 90s had they done a Sonic movie.
And that's perfect right now because we don't have those kind of movies right now, right? We don't get them anymore.
Yeah. I mean, and am I looking forward to Sonic 2? No. But if it's any good, great. I got another decent movie because I didn't give a shit if there was a Sonic 1. I'm honestly somebody who's not really into video game movies. I don't think they're a good idea because they're two different mediums. And a lot of things in video games do not translate well into a film storytelling medium. Now, if you were to do a television series, that's a little different. Because kind of like what Steve was saying is you've got way too much shit to get into a story of a film, based on a video game, especially when you got 50 hours of gameplay. And at the same time, you've got ridiculous shit going on in video games that you would never have going on in movies.
Yeah, so. Katie, I'm not bitter. I'm gonna enjoy this film. There are films I'm gonna enjoy. I will probably be okay with.
As far as Fast and Furious has just never been my franchise. That's all.
Yeah. We aren't looking for a deep plot in those films, Solar Warden. You're 100% right there. And that's why I really enjoyed Sonic. I went and saw it in the theater. I saw a bunch of stuff in the theater before they closed. I saw Bloodshot, which was Vin Diesel, as the Valiant comic character. I don't know. I mean,
yeah. Well, I'm with Kitty Bear.
There is good entertainment, and Steeg's not wrong. You can look backwards at a lot of great films.
Better yet, Kitty Bear, let's do a horror movie set at a Sonic restaurant.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Where the burgers eat you.
Yeah, well, how about have it set right next to an old drive-in? Right?
I just made a horror movie. It's called Fast Food, Where the Burgers Eat You.
Oh man. How could you
picture that? Little hamburgers with teeth just going after you? That'd be easy. Just do a rod puppet.
Oh yeah, no. Well, actually, you could do it even better. I mean, there's a lot of ways to float stuff now. But yeah.
You don't have to float it. They just crawl across the table, just going. Then you have fries that like squirm around and go into your orifices like worms and shit.
Oh, it'd be so great. Oh my gosh, are you death by French fry?
That's what I'm saying. Fast food.
Fuck.
Where the food eats you.
I could make this. I could make everything in this film. That would be so awesome. Oh my god.
You have
That's
a fish
brilliant idea.
sandwich that turns into a shark, or like it just opens up with a big mouth that
Or
looks like
piranha.
shark teeth.
Or piranha or
piranhas.
something.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh my god.
See, this movie makes itself. All you got to do is just buy a fucking old Burger King, make a fake, like
like Burger
movies.
Town.
Yeah, like Burger Town or some. Get Nicolas Cage to star in it as the manager.
Oh, I love this idea.
I hate this job. I really hate the graveyard shift.
How much do you think it would cost us to get Nick Cage?
$2,000.
Okay.
If we want him to speak, maybe $3,000.
There you go. When Whoppers attack.
No. It's just call it fast food.
Fast food.
Yeah, and the tagline's great. Where the food eats you.
Yeah. It would be, Soul Leibowitz, this kind of a sequel. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless.
Fast food. That's not ketchup on the floor.
Damn right.
Oh, Tom, let's do this film.
It sounds like it'd be really cheap to make, too.
It'd be really easy.
It'd be fun because you just make a bunch of puppets of like food, and I'd try to use the least amount of CGI as possible. It would have to be a schlocky 80s kind of movie.
Yeah, we'll do total practical effects. I'll do a bunch of casts of different burgers.
The ice cream that makes you scream.
And I'll do it out of and then anything that needs to be somewhat rigid, I'll use Filaflex.
The French fries eat out your eyes.
I love this idea. Do you
the
imagine
chicken nuggets eat your guts?
Like the slices of pickles and stuff. Oh my god!
You can give me a picture of little chicken nuggets. There's your piranhas. A bunch of little chicken nuggets coming after you, biting off your toes and shit.
Oh my god! Yes.
That's where the best meat is in your feet.
I think we just wrote a film.
Yeah, you just have Nicolas Cage play the main guy. He's crazy.
That'd be so great.
It's not good for you.
and Cage is the only one that the food doesn't attack.
Yeah, because he created it. He's the mad scientist guy.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. A scene with the food ordering humans from the menu, kind of like there's that one Gremlins scene.
Well, yeah, I love that bit in the original script.
Oh my god,
that's kind of where I got the idea originally. I've kind of been milking this idea for a couple of years now, but
oh man,
like in the original script of Gremlins, the reporter makes a point that the Gremlins took over McDonald's and they didn't touch any of the hamburgers, but they ate all the people. So I was kind of like that's kind of the germination of the idea.
Yeah. Hey man, you want to go to the chopping mall?
Yeah, I remember chopping mall. That's the kind of idea. Yeah, exactly. That kind of a tone. Exactly.
Chicken nuggets roll at you like critters.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Or scurry around like little critters. Exactly. Yeah.
You do it in Cage's voice.
Yeah. You shouldn't eat that junk. It'll kill you.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, okay. All right. I gotta find a location to shoot. Fudge.
And then the best part, he was like, "Would you like a shake with that?" And he just shakes.
Oh my god.
That's in the trailer.
Where's Script Doctor? My god, let's do this.
I don't need Script Doctor for this one.
You don't think so?
He'll make it a better movie, and that's what we don't need.
No, yeah, we don't need it
to be bad. Exactly, Soul Assassin Grindhouse.
Yeah. Oh my god. All right, that's it. I'm
Graveyard Shift
I'm gonna be up late on Fusion 360 designing half this crap. So all right. Anyway, well, that was fun.
Lettuce heads that eat your head.
There you go. See, and we were talking about films that we were interested in. Oh wait, this is a good one.
Vertical Horizons. The food don't talk; it just eats you.
Yeah. Oh, we have to make something talk.
I don't know. You could have like a chicken head that goes quack, 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 or
or
whatever. I don't know.
or the cookies or something. Something has to talk. Mm.
Yes, when junk food consumes your junk. That's right, Steve.
Thanks, Steve. I love this. Yeah, this is right in that vein. This is a perfect B movie. Hey, what's up, that 70s rock fan? All right, let's finish up this list so we can wind down, because I think we only had an hour of material with this anyway, and we just entertained ourselves.
Yeah, it already writes us out because like the main character is this kid, first night working at a fast food restaurant.
Johnny
on
Cage
the graveyard shift with Nicolas Cage. Yeah,
I just said Johnny Cage, Nicolas Cage.
You knew what I meant.
Yeah, no, I did that.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Plot twist. All the food is ground up meat from a monster defeated from another movie.
That's awesome. I like that idea.
Oh my
or
God.
better yet, you know what? It's alien meat.
Oh, that's even better.
Yes.
Because that feeds into the whole thought process that it's that Spam is sliced processed alien meat.
Damn it, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's like behind, it's like 2 miles from Area 51.
Yeah, I may have to unlist this live stream because somebody's going to steal this from us.
Well, this is the proof that we came up with it first.
That's true. Pretty excited. All right, let's finish this up. Candyman.
I want somebody to steal one of my ideas so I can sue them and make me famous. Now, Candyman was one at first. I was like, fuck this noise. Then they kind of leaked that it wasn't really a remake, but a sequel. So then I got intrigued. So this is one that they keep pushing off that I'm kind of like, just for my own personal like curiosity,
right,
for lack of a better term, because I like the first Candyman. The second one's meh. I can't remember the third one. But the idea of this kind of being in the vein of Halloween H2O, but that franchise not being drugged through the mud like that one has, this one has more potential. Now, do I see this as being some big blockbuster? Fuck no.
No.
I bet you it makes $30 million.
You think it'll be that little?
Maybe 40 or 50.
Gosh.
It is a horror movie. That's what helps, and it's coming out close enough to Halloween that it'll be dropping on digital about Halloween time.
Right, and yeah, you're right, because of the shortened theatrical release window.
So it will do better, I bet, on streaming and video. And you have, because isn't one of the Jordan Peele or somebody like that producing this or some shit? Somebody famous is attached to it producing. I can't remember. But the trailer actually didn't look too bad. So this one does have me kind of intrigued. Now, again, I don't see this being some massive fucking hit, though, either. Because the original Candyman was a surprise hit. And then, like, it more or less a fluke at that point. Because the sequels were all, like, again, I could barely remember the second one at all, even. I'm trying to remember, did the second one even have Virginia Madsen back in it?
I don't think so.
I can't remember now. I think one of them had a cameo from her. I can't remember which one. It might have been the second or third one. But
it's interesting.
That was the one thing about Candyman 2 that kind of, it was above the rest, is you had Tony Todd playing the villain, and then you had Virginia Madsen playing the heroine, which kind of elevated that movie. Like, it felt like, and then, you know, Clive Barker also being a part of it. So you had kind of a bit more prestige with the original one that kind of was lost in the sequels. I mean, I don't know.
I hope it's not terrible, but we'll see. And I'll give it a chance, but I don't think it's going to make.
I don't think anybody who's not a fan of the original films is really going to be looking forward to it, though. Yeah. I mean, it might bring in some new kids, but like, I don't really foresee it being like Halloween level money.
Yeah. We have a lot of people that would cast differently for our, instead of Nicolas Cage, like Steven Seagal.
I don't like Steven Seagal, though.
Fat Steven Seagal, though.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, how about we're just mad, Dexy? I think we're both just.
It doesn't have to be Nicolas Cage, but it could be Clint Howard.
Oh, Clint Howard would be awesome. Holy dude, and you know him.
Enough, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And just tell him we'll keep him in Kush. So
He's not that big of a smoker, I don't think.
no, I was trying to be
No,
funny,
but we could probably get him. That'd be a
yeah,
plausibility.
yeah. If Donald Pleasance isn't in it, I'm out. You're talking about Candyman.
I hate to break this to you, that 70s fan, but Donald Pleasance is dead.
Well, that's the point. He could be in an ashtray, perhaps, but somewhere on the screen.
He wasn't even in the first three.
You guys are so funny. Oh my gosh.
You just want him coming out and going, "It's gone. The terror is gone from here."
That'd be pretty awesome. I think
you let him out.
Oh yeah, have Fat Steven do the voice for the food leader. That'd be funny.
Hey, Soul Leibowitz is on board with Clint Howard. That works.
There you go. Make it so. All right. Oh, it will be nothing Lasso of Truth but a B movie. It will be pure B movie.
Might I suggest the milkshake? It's to die for.
That'd be so awesome. Oh my God. So here's the other one that I think has a chance to do some earnings, but I think it's going to fall short of what they want.
Black Widow might have the luck, being that it will be on Disney, that word will get out. I have a feeling there's got to be more to this movie, because Kevin Feige is not one to do something where it's just kind of like, I mean, say what you will about the last two series, because I haven't even watched Falcon and Winter Soldier and I have zero interest in it. I do have some vested interest in this character. And like most people, I'm like, what's the point if she's dead? That's where I feel like that the break in this movie comes from, is that she's not dead. This is going to show us that there's more to this story. She's coming back. There's got to be more to this, or they wouldn't have done it. You know, I trust Kevin Feige that much. Now, again, I don't deny that things are headed towards the MCU. But if you're going to start the MCU, this is a better start than Captain fucking Marvel. I'll give this movie the benefit of the doubt. Hopefully it's good. Again, though, if it's not, I'm not going to be disappointed. I will have going in with the expectations of this movie is pointless. It can only succeed by surprising me.
I don't think it's going to do very well. I think it'll be well made. It'll look good, but I think it's going to be a bad film. And I think that it isn't going to serve the character. I think they should have done a Black Widow movie before they ventured too far down the pathway towards Endgame. I think that you put this where Captain Marvel was and you have a guaranteed winner.
You could be, but that's where I say I think there might be a reason for it. Again, if I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to go, Kevin, what the fuck were you doing? This should have been in Captain Marvel's place. I'll be the first one to admit that, and I will give this movie a trash review. But if this movie surprises me and gives us good reason as to why it wasn't told until now, that'll be a different story. But that's a big if.
A lot of things. It just doesn't. I'm not.
Well, the only reason I say that is because even though the trailer seems like it's all prequel, they said early on that the story takes place in different time frames. So, like, the story is going to jump around, and it's going to have some kind of something to hang it on. Like, hey, Teresa. No, I really do. I think that's what's going to be the catch, is that she's not really dead, and then the movie's either going to set up her coming back, or it's going to be about her coming back.
Vertical Horizons gives you the thought process that could be there. New Bomb Turk says Yelena Belova is going to be the next Black Widow. Something's happening with the Black Widow character for sure. And if they don't bring back ScarJo, it's just not going to have the same pop. They're trying to replace. This is where they're running into trouble. They've run into trouble in the comics. They run into trouble in television shows. Anytime you try to recast a well-known character, something that like built the lore, and especially when you're trying to insert a bunch of agenda garbage into it.
Especially when you have a character like Black Widow that nobody really cared or knew before.
Yeah.
The only reason people know who she is now is because she's played by ScarJo. Let's be real.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of the reasons why in this film they're focusing on the Red Room. So,
because most people who aren't like uber comic book fans have no clue who the fuck she is.
yeah. Well, same with Hawkeye. A lot of people didn't know who Hawkeye was.
Probably
But
even less so, yeah.
you have to remember they built quite the team out of what were, second level, third level characters in the universe. And, they did a good job.
Well, that's why that A team was built with those kind of people in mind.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to have somebody like Scarlett Johansson to play Black Widow because nobody knows who the hell she is. Hawkeye, Jeremy Renner was not well known, but known enough.
Vertical Horizon, I'm not gonna say anything about Taskmaster. I'm gonna wait till after everybody's had a chance to see the film. So,
which one?
Black Widow.
Oh,
because of Taskmaster.
Gotcha.
All right, so Suicide Squad's due out August 6th.
This one I had a lot more interest in until I saw the trailer.
Yep, me too.
I hope the trailer's holding back a lot.
Me too.
Because otherwise it really does feel like James Gunn's phoning this bitch in.
Yeah.
Because like most people, the only thing I'm really looking forward to at this point is Sylvester Stallone as King Shark, I guess, and a lot of people aren't happy with how he looks.
I wasn't so disturbed by the appearance. Thought it was okay. Not great, but okay.
I think it fits the aesthetic, but I understand.
Yeah. Andre Enrico says Mikey Sutton reported Brie Larson is making demands and more demands to make new films from Marvel.
She's the only one.
Well, I don't think her demands are being met because she was downgraded to the Marvels.
I'm not surprised. I kind of hinted to everybody that was probably going to happen. I don't know why anybody was all that surprised because I said it how many times over.
Yep.
They're going to introduce the other Marvels, and she's only going to be in one, maybe two more movies at most. Because at this point, her fucking paycheck's got to be in the $20 or $30 million range. Because
she's not liked. She's too expensive. And, she's been exposed.
Well, I know it's got to go up astronomically because Paul Rudd made a killing on Endgame.
Yeah, he did.
Because that was his third appearance.
Yeah.
And I think he made because he was one of the higher paid ones that coming in too before her. Because otherwise they all were getting like scale for their first film and then they got the paydays.
Yeah. Well, but see, that was the whole thing. I mean, you can't. Robert Downey Jr. was a genius casting. Jon Favreau has to be just over the moon with how that went. I don't know how much
it was genius casting as it was his fighting for him. Because I mean, once you hear the idea, it's like, oh, it's a no-brainer. But it was more so the fight that Favreau had to put up with to get it
done. Right. But Bowen, I want to say thank you for the super sticker, the Doomicorn. Doom. There, you can do it too. Can you do it?
Doom, 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 doom.
Even better.
Doom, doom.
Even better. Thank you, Tom. So, Suicide Squad, no bueno. And
I hope it's good. I think it'll do all right. That one will do at least 100, 150.
Oh, I think it'll close into 200. But
yeah, I could easily.
Right. It's not going to make profit.
It'll do better. Of all the films we've gone through so far, besides the Fast movie, it's probably one of the only ones guaranteed to do all right.
Yeah, I agree with that statement. Yeah, and that was the whole point of this show today, was to say there's not going to be that many that are going to be okay, right?
Well,
and then go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say it'll all depend on. I mean, the new window is going to make a difference. I mean, people can. I was impressed by how many people actually went to the theaters to see Godzilla and Kong and Mortal Kombat when they could easily have sat at home and watched them for $15.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people who have said, "Oh, this is going to be the end of theaters. Theaters are dead. They're done. They're over with." But I have yet to hear a lot of people after Mortal Kombat and Kong versus Godzilla come out and Demon Slayer and shit saying anything to me. Now, Demon Slayer I don't think is available in digital form, but I digress. Still, especially when you look at Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
it started that whole conversation between Legendary and Warner saying, we're not doing this again.
yeah, and I mean that's what I had heard from my guy was they were so pissed, like livid over like this whole
So much
entire
money.
thing because yeah, pandemic shit aside, over 3 million people watched Godzilla versus Kong at home. Translate that into ticket sales.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, you're not going to be able to. But here's this, and this you're not wrong here, Eric J.R. Maldonado. This In the Heights thing, I don't know how I don't feel like it's going to do well.
Well, and you know, the other thing with the whole Godzilla versus Kong is
Oh, sorry.
no. I just that's just the first weekend, I think, for the 3 million people. Like a lot more have watched it since then, is my point.
Mm-hmm.
Then the West Side Story was your next movie there.
In the Heights, yes. Lin-Manuel Miranda's version of it. It's going to be incredibly agenda.
Is that what it really is? For reals? So we're gonna get 2 West Side Story movies this year?
It's not really a West Side Story film. I mean,
okay.
It's based on the actual Broadway musical, and it's about dreamers and the whole night. It has a very woke message.
Oh, this is the Dreamer movie. Okay, I know which one it is now. All right.
Yeah. This is from. Yeah, that's a real shame. So. Godzillionaire. Suicide Guardians of the Galaxy Squad. Yes. Kids grew up with Marvel films subtly changing the characters or story. They're gonna have a lot of angry fans. Yep. It's very close to Taskmaster. It's not perfect, but it's close. Yeah, people would have had to focus on West Coast Avengers. Yep. Sorry, I'm just going through these comments.
No. But you got a point there. They're taking a lot of goodwill and they're throwing it out the window. That's for sure. We'll see how this goes.
Bree wants to be the star of Avengers 5 and still collaborate on this script. Jesus. This is great. Keely Chow found a quote. No one wants to see a girl with a flat ass. Sarah Michelle an issue of Max. This is true.
Probably the smartest thing she's ever said.
Yeah, she didn't marry well.
I've never really liked her, and now it's sad as I can't stand her husband more.
Yeah.
Are they even still together?
Yeah. As far as I know.
What a cuck. Anyway.
They were together before the thing happened, the global crisis.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought they maybe broke up years ago.
Harley Quinn and James Gunn are the only ones selling Suicide Squad. I don't know if they're selling it, but they're the only pull. Although people want to see John Cena as Peacemaker.
Sylvester Stallone and stuff too. Yeah.
Well, yeah, King Shark. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not adverse to this one. I mean, I swear that people just have more rose-tinted glasses for the original one or something. I have no idea. Maybe.
Well, look, I saw the unrated, the non-theatrical cut of the film, and I was like, "That's much better than the thing I saw in the theater."
I don't know. I never hated Suicide Squad, whichever version. Don't matter. I was one of the few who actually gave it a semi-decent review, but I also have to concede that it was following Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, so that wasn't hard to do. Like, to me, it was like, oh my god, it's in color. You know. That was like my first reaction, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I didn't take it as seriously as the other shit, perhaps.
I never expected much out of DC because they hadn't shown much in a long time, outside of course, the Nolan Batman films. They fell back into poor patterns. So, I don't know. No Wonder Man, no Hercules, no Tigra. Tigra, excuse me. The remake of West Side Story? Yeah, I don't think that's going to go well. And who's involved in that? Spielberg, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured they were still married. You can't see John Cena?
Andre Enrico says, good news, Mondo will release the Cobra Kai soundtrack. I already have the 3 seasons of Cobra Kai soundtrack.
Wow, cool.
It's just on CD, but hey.
This is a great line. Soul Assassin.
Yeah, that's so true. So true.
Let's get Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy a movie where they fight Joker or some other villains like Mad Hatter. Hey, you've already shot your wad with what you could have done with Harley Quinn. It was a very bad film with a ridiculous title. Oh, yeah, I remember that. I can't remember the direct quote, Lasso of Truth, but it was pretty funny. Wow, dude, Tom, you missed a great yelling at parked cars last night. Holy cow. Of course, I know you were busy doing other things, but
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. All right, guys. We covered what we want to do, plus we just wrote a movie. So,
yep, fast food coming to theaters this fall.
it will actually. I'm very excited for that. Hopefully, other people are as well. I'm feeling. I really am tempted to start designing in Fusion 360. Like I may be up late doing that tonight. So that'd be crazy. It's good to see everybody. Thank you all for coming out. We wouldn't be here without you. Tom, do you have anything coming up you want to talk to everybody about?
Just me this afternoon, I guess.
Right. Yeah, that'll be awesome. It'd be awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna edit a video. I'm gonna get ready to make myself available to do other stuff. Whoever ends up reaching out. I think I'm gonna be on Trek It on Tuesday over on Wes's channel tonight late, and stuff like that. Tuesday is not nearly as busy as other days of the week. Eventually I'll be back to doing stuff with Mad Barber Entertainment. And let me tell you guys, Mad Barber needs to grow. That channel is just, if you're not watching it, you're missing out. There's funny stuff on there. Doing great stuff. But I'm sorry, the bear dog is asleep. He didn't have a good night, so he was a wiggle worm, and so he's probably really tired. But thank you all for being here. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others. Thanks for all the support. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.